Oh my goodness. What's up? What's up? Alright, let's get to the business, folks. So today, we are examining Miss Kaitlin Belknap. Oh my goodness. Ew. This is a rabbit hole. And I'm currently involved with stuff with Move to Amend right now, so hopefully they watch this. We'll see. This actually does also pull in. Oh, I forgot to put Cornel West's picture in the thumbnail. Oh my goodness. Let me see if I can just do that right now while I'm saying a couple of things here. Yeah? Okay, so check it out. Now, before I really go off and start to, go ham on this whole particular topic right here, let me just say right now that in some ways we'll see, I'm not sure how much longer it's going to last. I hope it can remain friendly with Move to Amend right now. Now, the thing is that there's a lot of groups that are actually trying to, suppress my work or, disregard it. But the thing is that Move to Amend's Greg Coleridge actually has helped signal boost me, which I really deeply appreciate. Okay? Also, the thing is that the local, right, we're going to get to that in a moment, yeah, but Greg Coleridge, I really appreciate him. Let's see, we're looking for Cornel West, right, yeah. Also, the local organizer, her name is Irene Laurie. Yeah, I think she's wonderful. I really appreciate her. Yeah, she organized an event, and she was actually gonna have me do the music and stuff like that. I hope you like the music and some of my videos and stuff. Anyways, but as is typical, and the thing is that everybody doesn't really realize, the national director doesn't really, or the person who came through. I don't want to say her name. She know who she is. Yeah. She actually had a little timeline, and I'm not mad at that, you know what I mean? But she was assistant on it being her way, and that's cool. But she wasn't really listening to the locals, and we can see this type of thing. So then what happens is certain people get eliminated, and the same people get eliminated over and over and over again, which I'm sorry to say is just really yeah, it's definitely sad. Anyways, yeah, we just jammed in Cornel West into here. I'm quite happy about that. All right, yeah, this is good. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of questions here. Let me make Jimmy Dore a little bit smaller here. Okay, because I want people to see that mine left the People's Party. Okay. So we're about to change the thumbnail up, but let's get to the actual topic at hand. We're going to be diving into Kaitlin Belknap's background to understand who she is and to understand how this also impacts Move to Amend. So let me go and start sharing my screen over here. Okay. Let me just check my audio. Okay, I can see that my audio is coming in. Check. Alright, so let's get to the business. Okay, so first of all, this is her actual website herself. Now you could see that she was actually part of something called the People's Party. And she actually even spoke at the convention. Let me see, it's one of these ones. So here we have, right, interesting that on her own channel, right, she does not have her President of the People's Party. But let's take a look, right, this is her actual YouTube. She doesn't have that many people on it, which she had opportunity to really grow that. She did not take it. Maybe she was busy doing other things. What was she doing? Okay, let's take a look. MPP? Yes. I've already covered this to a certain extent, but we're going to go into like a little bit of a deeper dive, right? Yeah? So this is an ongoing issue. You know what I mean? Now with Cornel West coming out, she's still a critical factor, and also the fact that Move to Amend is supposed to be a whistleblowing integrity type of organization, it really does, like even if they're nice, right, they need to hold their own people accountable. And, the fact of the matter is that there were victims like myself in this whole thing. There were many victims, and Move to Amend wants to have credibility. And so far, out of other organizations, they are kind of like, signal boosting me more, which is hopefully a sign that the new people are really working to try to make something happen here. But this whole thing is really twisted, let's keep investigating. So let me just get into that. So here we see she spoke at the People's Convention. Okay, 242 views. That's it.
My name is Kaitlin Sopoci-Belknap, and I'm honored and excited to be here today in such distinguished company, which includes, of course, the thousands and thousands of you who are tuning in because you've had it with the corporate party duopoly. I also want to give a shout out to my fellow Greens who are here. I've been a Green since I turned 18, so I want to acknowledge my sisters and brothers who have known for a long time that this shit is rigged.
Okay, so I just want to mention right here that the fact is that I also, very similar to my own story, right? I've been a Green since the 90s. So she also, right? And if you take a look at out of all, like, we're going to go, like, look into her background, right? Out of the whole People's Party, she kind of had the most legitimacy for me. For real, right? Yeah, we're about to examine that, but we're going to see that she sat there for several years while not just myself, right, but many people, like, illustrated huge problems in the People's Party. She remains silent to this day. To this day, right? Yeah. Move to Amend also got wrapped up in this somehow. And, you know. Anyways, look, I know, like, there's someone at the organization who, you know, wanted to show their timeline. And they worked hard on that. You know what I mean? But I've also worked hard on things. But my stuff has all been suppressed. Right? Yeah? While other people have been lifted up. There's a element of the racial component is a factor, and the fact of the matter is that I'm gonna throw it in just real quick right now. I know people hate it so badly, but if we look at American Idol, right? Yeah, the fact is there's this phenomenon known as white guy with the guitar.
Of the top 10 most successful American Idol contestants, 6 of them didn't even win the competition. However, there's another way to analyze this that may prove the votes are actually choosing the winner, but the people voting might be the problem. The WGWG controversy stands for White Guy with Guitar. From 2007 to 2012, the winner of American Idol was a white guy with a basic white guy image who loved to play the guitar. A darker theory suggests the show is racist and is promoting an agenda, but the viewership was declining by the millions year after year during the WGWG era. It doesn't seem likely that the producers and investors would keep the agenda going if it was hurting the show's reach, especially considering that the first 6 winners of American Idol were unpredictable, diverse, and led to the show growing in viewership every year. Season 7 was the first WGWG winner, which was the first time they ever saw viewership decline, and it steadily kept dropping from there. Ken Warwick, producer of the show, explained the reason. It's no secret that most reality shows are female-driven, either by moms or by young girls. It does mean we're going to get a heftier amount of female votes. Obviously, we are very much aware that the voting can be skewed towards the boys. But it's not just because of their gender, but their personality and potentially their looks. You have this alliance between young girls and grandmas, and they see it not necessarily as a contest to create a pop star competing on the contemporary radio, but as who's the nicest guy in a popularity contest. In short, the winners are disproportionately chosen by suburban moms and young girls because they like the show the most. The predictability of the winner may have led to a huge average viewership drop from 25 million in season 10 to 18 million in season 11. But after the 5-year WGWG streak, Candice Glover would go on to win season 12 of American Idol. However, the viewership dropped again from that 18 million average to 15 million, and it just kept going down. Keep in mind, this was also in 2013.
Alright, so if we look at, like, East Asian men, right, yeah, because there's also Sanjaya, I think that he actually came off well, right, yeah. But if we look at East Asian men, right, well, he wasn't really promoted as competent either, though. But Willie Hung, oh, this shit is ridiculous, man, come on.
We have found the next key.
What's your name?
My name is Ryan.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice to see you, buddy.
Let me tell you what I'm gonna sing. I'm singing Ricky Martin, She Bangs.
She Bangs.
Yes. It's a good song, so it's either I really do well by lighting up the stage,
Right.
or I don't.
The producers.
Bomb, yeah, baby. She bangs, oh baby, when she moves, I go crazy cause she looks like a flower, but she stings like a bee. Like every girl in history. She bangs, I'm
Thank you.
wasted by the way
Thank
she...
you. You can't sing, you can't dance.
Yo, anyways, yeah. The fact of the matter is that when we look at, right, the event that happened in Brooklyn, right, yeah, and Iron Lori was not part of it. She wanted me to do the music, right, yeah. They decided that wasn't in their budget or whatever, right, yeah. Right? It was a white guy with the guitar, wasn't it? Yeah. If we take a look at the recent, also, we talk about People's Party as well, right, yeah. I don't know how close Move to Men was at that time with, they had, remember, supported. This is on Move to Men's website right here. You know what I mean? The national director. Did anybody comment here? I wonder if anybody commented from Move to Men. Okay. Let's go to, I know MPP has their own convention up. I wonder, yeah. Reacting to the 2020 MPP convention. Okay. Where is the MPP convention at? Yeah? Chris, I just got to speak. That's my friend Larry Alger. Oh my God. Yeah, he's dead now. This is disgusting, man. Yep, she was supporting it at the time. She was made to replace me, and now she doesn't talk about me either, yeah? Same thing as, there's other people that have their own agenda going on. Jimmy Dore spoke there, correct. Ryan Knight. Oh, my man, friend Larry republished the whole thing? Interesting. What else you got there, Larry? The gifts. Eventually this will be taken down. Yeah. It's my man right here. He left a lot of things for me. Look at this. Jerry Perez. Islandess. Yeah? Jesse Ventura. Jimmy Dore. They're all part of this. Yeah, Ron Placone. And by the way, Cornel West was there as well. I guess that didn't really get into this over here. Okay. Jerry Perez left. He knew this was trash. Jesse Ventura should know by now. Okay? We're gonna... Now, the thing is that there's people out there who say, oh, they didn't know, yeah? Listen. Okay? This is their business to know these things. It affects their money, yeah? They're gonna be paying attention more than anybody else. You need to stop it, yeah? Yeah, just making excuses for them that just don't even make any sense. What do you do for money, yeah? You don't know what the fuck is going on? Whatever you're doing, people should stop giving you money for that, yeah? If you don't know what's going on. There's a lot of people that are reinforcing people's biases that are pretty out there that are not actually telling you what's really going on. And we're going to get to that, right? And Kaitlin Belknap, once again, she is part of a group that's trying to cause a, fix corruption. What about this People's Party business? Okay. Now, over this time, right, this organization, People's Party, got thousands and thousands, from $8,000 to $20,000 a month. Right? This has been established on my channel by people that actually worked on the ground. What do you think happened, right? Yeah, that remember that the People's Party had more celebrity support and more money than any other party. A lot of well-meaning, intelligent, hardworking people joined up. But 14 states broke away, right? Yeah, saying that Nick Bonner was no good, and the whole press suppressed all that information. It's just stupid. They alienated the whole entire, multi-state coalition of people that were, exposing just ridiculous behavior. Now, Move to Amend, okay, has actually a lot of top-level sponsors, right? Yeah, it's a good move to amend. And that way they're successful, so I want to also give them credit, right? I don't want to cut them down, but the thing is that this Kaitlin Belknap thing, right, and the proximity to the Democratic Party itself, is also interesting. Let's look at the board of directors again. Jessica. They got some black people. I don't know, East Asian men like me just don't really seem to be a part of some progressive left's diversity. Okay, yeah, that's Kaitlin down there. Okay. She's done a lot of work. I mean, I can't deny that. Wait, is that... Tell me Michelle Rodriguez is here. Wait, okay. I thought this might be Michelle Rodriguez. I'm looking for these other ties. Oh, is that Greg Coleridge? Okay, he's there too. So they've actually hung out in person. Interesting. Okay. Now, their actual... who's actually supported them? Let's take a look there. We the People's Amendment. Where's the co-sponsors? They had like 100 plus. Yeah, it was pretty... It's significant. Anyways. National staff. Let's take a look. Alfonso's a co-director? What? I did not know that. He got moved up all the way to co-director? What? Okay. Wow. Jenny is a co-director. But why are they thrusting you to the front, Saldana? You know? We should sit down and talk, bro. You know what I mean? I'm not against you, but there's some weird things going on. Jenny, yeah. We volunteer with Peniscola. What is this? Okay, let's take a look at what this is as a journalist. Okay, Jenny, I don't really see any information on this particular organization. Nothing. Strange. Whatever. It doesn't really matter. I guess it does matter, but okay, let's keep taking a look. Her involvement began almost a decade ago as a volunteer with. So she's probably personal friends with, it looks like Kaitlin Belknap really started the organization. And, yeah, like, you know, they have a real, you know, sense of, you should be taking more heed to the locals, yeah? I get that you get a certain feeling of entitlement after a while, yeah? That happens to me too, I'll be honest with you. I'm not immune to that effect myself. I've sacrificed a lot. Whatever. How are y'all treating your action? Yeah, okay. Wow. Yeah, okay. All right. Okay. Whatever. Maybe they're diversifying up somehow. Yeah, they bring up new dudes, I guess, but yeah, don't believe it. Anyways, yeah, let's go back to Kaitlin Belknap over here, right? Yeah. Now, the fact of the matter is that, once again, there was thousands and thousands of dollars taken. And did people complain? I even wrote to Kaitlin Belknap, right? Yeah. Once again, she says she was a 20-year, you know, is in the Green Party, things like that, right? She has some actual background to her versus the others. Let's see. Oh, well, we're going to get to that. Okay. Let's close these up as we finish with them. Okay. Now, here's actually, let's look at, I also cracked up on some of these things over here. And this is actually her LinkedIn. And you could see that she actually lists her job, right? Yeah. Internship program co-coordinator, a self-employed consultant. I think she's using this to protect her job at the Movement for People's Party, because there's nothing here about People's Party, or she's masking her her work with MPP within the Move to Amend, right? Yeah. remember that over here, her participation here is through Move to Amend, yeah? I think this is really her personal YouTube. I think she probably has the rights to this one.
I would say we need a democracy movement because we need a democracy.
To read the history.
There was no democracy at the People's Party, right? $1,000 went missing. The thing is that, right, here's the danger that the bougie get into. Yeah, they love policy, but they hate to get their hands dirty. And the fact of the matter is that the people who do the work, the people on the ground, right, yeah, they cannot trust you, because the thing is that just the way Kaitlin Belknap, right, until there's an honest attestation to the facts of what happened, you know, what happens is that Kaitlin Belknap has just disappeared. Let's look at her once again. Let's look at what she's been doing lately. Here's her Instagram, okay? And let's look at her history of posts right here to see what she's getting into nowadays. Okay. When was this post put up? She's playing with her cats. Okay. Cats. Okay. I think this is some older time ago, like, yeah. When was this? 2022, yeah. Because I've been following this person to see what's up, yeah. Back in October 22, I might have come out with that last video. But yeah, like here she's just, so she doesn't post up a lot, but you don't see any addressment of anything going on in the People's Party. She actually talked about walking away for a while, like resting, like after she left. And she said she went on a leave or something. Like she was so stressed by what happened there or something like that. It was, and then she actually stepped down from the Move to Amend, which is interesting, right? Here we see Cornel West, and he said he ran as a candidate for the People's Party. Listen, Kaitlin Belknap and Cornel West were obviously told, right? Once again, they had all the celebrities. They had thousands of dollars. They had people that were really that were passionate and committed who joined up over years. Okay, and they actually, right? We see even Ryan Knight left the People's Party, right? You don't think anybody around Cornel West told him, or anybody around Kaitlin Belknap? I emailed her personally and said, can you please help us, right? She was part of the Green Party in Humboldt County, right? You can see she actually has done some things. Once again, out of the whole group of the, right, Michelle Rodriguez, or who was the other one, Phil or Todd, right? Yeah. She had really kind of like the longest, right? She had been 20 years in the Green Party, all this other thing. She had some kind of things lined up with Green parties of, you know, the water district. There's actually someone who did the same thing, similar thing in Chicago. I had them interviewed on my channel. She was there for all the suppression. All right. By the way, when the word came out later, I think Regina Clark. Let's talk about that too. Okay, here you can see the Hill promotes, right, activist Renee Johnston. Okay. She's an activist, really? Okay, you know who's not an activist? Me. They're actually trying, right, she's the controlled opposition. People want to believe this, but you will see a consistent pattern, right? Why do they just, it's always Renee Johnston. They really like to focus on Zainab Day, because they use that sexual controversy to really mask, right, the actual dissatisfaction of 14 states that said that, you know, Nick Bonner was no good. Those states reaching out to press, telling them, and the press ignoring them. The press is also covering their own tracks and their own culpability in this, because they wanted to maintain access to the celebrity stars that would bring the clicks. And Renee and Zainab are part of this game, and they are actually shutting out on purpose other organizers such as myself and the Mark Mixon, elected leaders. Remember, these state leaders, they were elected. But the press does not talk to those elected leaders. They talk to the girl who was sleeping with Nick Brana, and when they decided that she didn't like him anymore, and that he raped her, you know what I mean? Maybe he went too far, you know what I mean? One day she just didn't want to have sex with him for some reason, yeah? But before, she was definitely doing it. And she was offered $15,000 to keep quiet. Yo, it's like... That's how much money these people have. Meanwhile, organizers like myself are starving. Meanwhile, Move to Amend just flew into Brooklyn, into my backyard. After a 3-year suppression campaign, right? Move to Amend got to present at that convention. I did not. But I put Yang Gang and MPP together. That's me, right? I led the largest... there was an event that was held by Kaitlin Belknap. What did you get done for the People's Party besides get put up here with Jimmy Dore and these other hotshots? You know what I mean? You were lifted up. We know that there was sexual activity going, right? You were lifted up by Nick Brana and Jimmy Dore. You were put right next to him. You were given the highest levels of access. Now you know something's wrong. It's not on your LinkedIn. Kaitlin, you know something's wrong. Yeah? The thing is that Ryan Knight, he saw something's wrong at People's Party. Right? Why does Cornel West stay in, even though the whole entire, everything was missing on the inside? Everything, yeah? I hope that, okay, so just on the chance that Move to Amend's actual leadership actually gets to watch some of this, I encourage you to go to my channel over here, and, we're good. Whoa, that was actually some good stuff right there. Hold up, let me go to another channel, the Move to Amend. Yeah, they know their own stuff, so, this is definitely worth looking at. We're going to come back to this one, but let's go back to my channel over here. And you could see that I have actually a huge wealth of information, right? Yeah. That actually covered, here's the elected New York State coordinator, right? Yeah. Talking about the problems in the People's Party. Notice that the press does not want to talk to the elected leaders. What kind of shit is this? Right? You have a People's Party with elected leaders, but the press runs away from them like the plague and talks only to Renee Johnston and, or leaders that are willing to, sell out the rest of us. It's disgusting and wrong. What about Mark Mixon, the elected state rep of Washington State, the first one to leave the leadership? Yeah. What about Jonathan Martin? Oh, here's another thing, right? Yeah. There was another coordinator at the time. His name is Otis Buckley. He was the only black coordinator in the whole entire People's Party, and the first one. Okay, Kaitlin Belknap. And he said that they got rid of me because I was deemed expendable. I'm gonna just say the name, Jenny. I'm gonna call you out. Yeah, I really didn't want to do it, but I don't really care, right? I was allowed to roll in pain, right? Yeah, and y'all don't want to pay attention. Now that I'm saying your name, maybe you'll start paying attention, Jenny. Okay. While you and Move to Amend, right, flying you or busting you down here to New York City for whatever, right? Yeah. Okay. People are for what the stop fossil fuels. Okay. There's people that I'm working with personally. Okay. They have mold in their bathroom, which is giving them, right? Yeah, severe respiratory ailments for more than years. It's even caused problems in children. Yeah, that's an environmental problem. However, okay, instead of fixing that, they're getting a new air conditioner, right? Yeah, that's electrically driven. Do you know how many everything now has a computer inside of it, and to power up all those transistors, do we have enough electricity right there? There's an industry that's really predating on the people that I know and love out here, you know what I mean? And y'all just rolling up to just go and party with the fakes, putting on your, white boy with the guitar shit. I mean, what the fuck, I know you mean well. But you need to really, like, whatever. Once again, yeah, hold Kaitlin Belknap accountable. The thing is that, right, I understand from your point of view where, like, you don't feel like you've done anything unreasonable. But the fact of the matter is that there's a whole train of people, right, that have done the same thing, just taking my label. You had me get some, here's another thing, and I want everybody to see this right here. Some lady was there and she's like, oh, go and get signatures for us, right? Yeah, go and get information, right? Yeah, signups. But the thing is, right, are they going to share those signups with someone like myself who's desperately trying to help people who are wrongfully incarcerated? People that are suffering from the results of corporate intrusion, right, yeah, into the environmental space that's attacking poor communities. Or when I show up, having done all the work that I've done and suffering directly as a result of Kaitlin Belknap not opening up her mouth and allowing the press to remain silent about me. Yeah, you're its own executive director. Your friend, Jenny. You've been in that organization for 10 years, Jenny. I know you hung out with Kaitlin Belknap, yeah? And 2 years ago, while y'all got to be participating in the what did Move to Amend really do for People's Party besides Kaitlin Belknap's relationship with Nick Brana? Meanwhile, I led the largest, right, yeah, live event of people from, MPP and Yang Gang to march on Schumer's doorstep, okay? And also, I have proof of myself advocating for Assange, and also the first black man said that the exec board, which by the way also included you, Kaitlin, okay, deemed that I was expendable. Deemed that I was expendable due to my race. Wow, Kaitlin. So now Jenny wants to roll into town, and I don't know if she gets any pay. I mean, she just apparently this trip's paid for and stuff. You know what I mean? And she wants to show her, her timeline of corporate accountability. What about the people who are actually suffering right now? I don't get to. What about Salamander Brandy? Right? Yeah, in Tennessee, she's actually just advocated for hydroelectric power. Yeah, in a race for mayor, the first trans candidate in Memphis, Tennessee history, and also, right? Yeah, the city where Tyree Nichols died. How about our work as in terms of releasing the voter data? I brought a list of voters to the event. I can show that right now. I said, look, we have this list of voters where people can actually approach their lawmakers and say, we want this change, and they can actually do the door-to-door work that's necessary to make the change happen. That's the kind of work that, is not getting funded out here. That's the kind of work that is secondary to a white guy with a guitar. Because you have your vision for how this change goes. And I have mine. Jenny. But what makes you more than me? What gives you the funding to... There was a certain idea that was laid out, for the Brooklyn event. And it's a troubling, right? The problem isn't, okay, so let me tell you right now, I'm a 25-year activist myself. I'm at least on Kaitlin Belknap's level, I'm telling you right now. Okay? By the way, I also had candidates from Republicans and Democrats work together with me to talk about economic and electoral reforms. I think we also had a unanimous agreement to fight Citizens United. I got to go look through the paperwork again. We had over 99 things that we came to agreement on. Anyways, right, the problem is not Kaitlin Belknap herself, but a culture of non-accountability, a culture of a hierarchy, a culture that has a easily establishable, right, yeah? Let's be honest, right? A lot of these organizations with women, like I said, the white guys, white guitar, right, yeah? They get diverse by having a couple black folks, then they're done. And even though the racism is just in their faces, right, yeah, at the event, there was so many, right, yeah, Asian women with other races, right, yeah, but not the other way around. You can just see it in your face everywhere. and they just shrug and be like, oh, well, that's normal. That's okay. Right, yeah? How does that affect us in other ways? Right, yeah, that's what you can see. What about the ways you don't see, such as the Asian man not being able to, right, talk about his real work or be recognized, right? And instead the white woman, right, yeah, runs in, right, shows her, and gets her way. Go ahead, you know what I mean? On my turf, you know what I mean? Okay. Just like Kaitlin Belknap, right? Moved to a men. 10 decades, Jenny, you have with this organization, right? What about move to a men's relationship with? What about why are you throwing Estelle Downing at the front, right? Yeah, the color boy gets thrust. He's a young buck, yeah. Look, Shelly's all protected, you know what I mean? Get the fuck out of here, you know what I mean? Yo, what the fuck is this, man? You're a brave man, Alfonso. They throwing you out there, man. Yo, I got love for Greg Colers. Once again, he's actually helping me, yeah. And once again, it's love out to Irene Laurie, you know what I mean? She made an opportunity for me. And, if y'all watch my channel, Janet Chavez, right, yeah? Other people are pressured to take me off the program. I don't get to eat. It's only them, yeah? It's fucking disgusting. So when I show up, I fucking eat. They eat and I'm not eating, motherfuckers, you know what I mean? Anyway, let me just stop. Let me just move on, yeah? Look, so the thing is that if we look at Move to a Men, the co-signers include Grace Meng. It includes top brass in the initial signatories. Let's see. It includes top brass in the Democratic Party. Wow. I wonder if Nick Brana signed this. Professor Jenkins or something? Where is this? You can't trust these professors, rabbis and stuff. Okay. Nick Brana's not here. Where's the list of people who actually signed on? I know Pramila Jayapal actually pushed it this year. Aha. Okay, let's take a look. And the co-sponsors are... Right. Derek. They got a lot. I gotta give them credit, yeah? How did they... Right, Velazquez is here. Right, yeah. Rashida Tlaib, right? Kuda, Ted Lieu. And that's not John Liu. I'm thinking John Liu, yeah. Is Grace Meng still here? Barbara Lee, Ro Khanna. They've been getting at a lot of people. They have Jerry Nadler. Jerry Nadler, by the way, sold out the Chelsea houses. And, but yeah, like once again, like the powerful top, right? Dan Goldman, he's supposed to do something down with them down there, right? Yeah. Where's Grace Meng? She didn't do this no more. SBI. And shout out to my man Christopher Leon Johnson. He's a very he might be coming on the live stream later today. But just so you know, like I got to dig into this stuff too, man. Right? Yeah, I can't go and jump into the migrant thing. When I have so much deeper knowledge on what's going on in this space, right? Yeah, I can't do it all. I'm really this is a rabbit hole, and I'm going down and seeing what's up here. Yeah, what is the thing is that I hope you watch this. It seems like you might. Yeah, who's this guy over here? Once again, move to amend. Yeah, published donate. She was like kind of like the founder of this whole thing, right? Yeah, I think a lot of this work is hers. Take a look once again, the staff or the board. Yeah, Alfonso. Yeah, I think Alfonso will end up watching my stuff here. Now the thing is that there's another group called KRTD Media. Okay. Now the thing is that they will use, right, they actually had this guy named Shane to start with it. Let's take a look if we can find those. Yeah. It started with this guy Shane, right, yeah? And then they played this replaceable game, right? They replaced him with this chick over here. Right? Yeah, don't get used by these people, man. I've been around this a long time. And I've seen, this is not, Jimmy Dore, yeah. Hard lens. Why would why would they publish Hardlands Media? Oh, because you know what? Because Hardlands Media has like a good relationship with Shane over here. Yeah, I think maybe he sees him as kind of like a brother figure or something. Maybe he is. Maybe he's somewhat related. I don't know. They look kind of similar. And then now, right, it went from this this group with them. Then Shane stepped down and got replaced with and all the Jimmy Dore clan was here. Steph Zambrano, right? Fiora, Misty, right? Yeah, Sabby. They did something with her too, yeah. And Sabby Sabs. They were constantly working together, right? To exclude people like myself to come up in New York, to create an alternative to myself. They gave him a lot of support, but they couldn't keep it going. Right now, they're really struggling. Let's go to the most recent, right? They moved in this pretty chick, right? Yeah. And kind of fell in the toilet, yeah. Jeffrey Dahmer story, Ethan Klein, bromance between. I mean, there is some political content, but really, it's kind of like, what the hell is this? Yeah. My stuff is all political all the time. So, you know, Alfonso, right? Yeah, look at the, I can show you some other examples of things that are going on in this space about like how men like us are really kind of like, especially the young dudes, are thrown up, right? Yeah. And you could see other examples and see, you know, not get used, you know, not get exploited. So you're in a good space, though. You know what I mean? Move to amend it. Fighting Citizens United is a good fight. It is something that should happen. And you guys are, right? Yeah, do have, people might be unhappy with the names here. Probably Grace Meng's not on there again. But they had more before. I think it needs some time to really crank it anyways, right? But you know, a little field trip right there. Yeah, y'all could actually meet people that are actually need you and also would be more receptive, right? We were out there trying to get signatures. A lot of people just walk by. No. Yeah. Listen, I'm someone who goes out there and gets people to do what I need them to do. You know what I mean? Not that I have like the numbers on the YouTube because I'm completely suppressed, despite my actual accomplishments. But when I'm on the ground level, people know who I am. Like, that's just what it is. Yeah. Anyways, you're being used, bro, and let's talk together about how we can really get both of our stuff taken care of, right? Yeah. The thing is that there's a lot of people who want to walk away without any accountability, Kaitlin. And what kind of culture, right, was actually developed? And the problem isn't actually, right, Nick Braun. It's the community. It's a community that enabled, right, yeah, his theft, his abuses, purge after purge after purge. Once Cornel West got to that finish line, right, yeah, he was told as well, by the way, right, yeah, then he declared he was running with the People's Party. There was no infrastructure to support that run. The states had all left because of Nick Braun had deliberately gotten in the way many times. These people never even went to a single meeting because they can't be seen with the normies that actually do the work on the ground. And they use they know this. They know this. Kaitlin has too much experience in this game. She kind of like started from the bottom, I guess you could say. You could see the come up over the years, right? The time put in, like at least that's what the evidence shows online, right? Anything could be faked, but I've been watching this for a while. Yeah, it's hard to fake it over this long period of time and have some of the consistency. She knew what was going on, but she decided that she'd made it and she was on the gravy train. Jerry Perez left, Ryan Knight left, right? Yeah. Now she left, but she deleted it off her LinkedIn. Does that make sense? Once again, what did she accomplish, right? Yeah, I led the largest, I led a huge contingent of people from Yang Gang and MPP together, right? Yeah, and pushed them together at the convention, which they both participated in, right? The Yang Gang was at MPP convention. then after I left, then everything kind of just went away. Why was that? Instead, Nick Brana used his celebrity status, right, and had his friends, his aristocrats, right, and Kaitlin Belknap actually had a tie to some other hoity-toity institution that actually also made me pause. Let me see where it's down here. The Water District, Democracy Unlimited. I think that's also her own. No, her friend actually had a weird job, right? Let's take a look. Liberty Tree. Okay, she's on the board of directors. Kind of business lines. Okay. There was someone there who I saw at the event. I still had the footage. I did not see this person in this lineup. I'd see Katie there. Katie said she sent some cash. She seemed to be empathetic. Yeah. Yo, just stop it, right? Yeah, results matter. And the fact of the matter, Katie, if you really give a shit, yeah, then expose. I just want the truth to get out there, and I want Katie. I want to answer from. I want to know what happened, and I want to know what's going on with this. How long have you been at Move to Amends? I think she's new. Yeah, they moved in some new people. Hey, Greg Holder's is actually signal boosting me. I appreciate that, yeah? There's a difference. And actually one of the very few, right? The whole establishment is working together to actually, and I'm not the only one they're blackballing. Anybody who's getting real work done, like Theo Chino, once again, we're publishing the voter data list. Okay? Do you know what this is worth right here? Thousands and thousands of dollars. Do you know what me putting up the signs right on top of those buildings with all that exposure is worth? Thousands and thousands of fucking dollars. You know what I mean? But, I don't even get to fucking, someone tries to set up something for me and the National says, oh, it's just that fucking stupid Asian American guy. You know what I mean? He's exposable, dispendable. He's not marketable, right? Yeah. Fuck this guy. You know what I mean? We don't really. Jimmy Dore, he's marketable. He's got a built-in audience. You know what I mean? Let's just do this little calculation. We're the management, right? Yeah, these disposable, replaceable workers. Fuck this guy. He's not gonna last. You know what I mean? I gotta make this decision. Yeah, just like American Idol, right? Yeah. This is what is gonna please our audience. We need to reach the numbers. We're going to have thousands of people watching if we just do this shit and just appeal to their biases and not make them question, right? Yeah, we want to be this is an entertainment show, not a fucking really help people show, not a really fucking, get shit done show. This is a, wave the hands, go to the parade, get your photo op, you know what I mean? You're fighting the power, you're fighting for justice. Can you, right? Who do you know who's suffering from this shit? Yeah. Well, apparently this pretty girl right here. She was like, she lost a parent to the Sackler family's greed, right? Yeah. Look, the second I come up, they booting her right in, yeah. Okay. I can't be good enough, yeah. She's a parent who, hopes to be a hacker for good. Yeah, they're going to bring out the little kid. Right, yeah, they know marketing-wise, right, yeah, I have no chance. So it doesn't matter. They're got these lined up. They've been sending out replacements for me. That's why I'm poor. Because they need the money for these, you know what I mean? What is this, man? Who else spoke at this event? Ron Placone, Graham Elwood, Jimmy Dore's friends. Are they real activists? What was Graham Elwood doing lately? Fucking pushing crypto. That's his activism. Bougie activism. That speaks to a class with money, right? Yeah, MMT, right? Yeah, oh, money in the bank, blah, blah, blah. Motherfuckers who ain't got money, right? Yeah, we're really not worried about that shit, you know what I mean? What's gonna happen to my money? man. Move to amend. There's really concerning corporate shit going on. Can you be trusted to protect us? It's not about the policy. It's about how you implement it. Yeah? And right now, Move to Amend has some really serious house cleaning to do with this Kaitlin Sopoci-Belknap stuff. And when I attended the event in Brooklyn, right? Yeah? I'm doing legendary work out here. But I see the same disgusting, you know what I mean, disregard. Okay. Let's see, anything else? I wrote some notes, I'm sorry, this is very emotional for me, yeah. Just so you know, a lot of people out there are trusting the independent media. Let's take a look at Crystal and Kyle, right? Yeah, also kind of appeal to that demographic, and they really want Crystal and Kyle. They don't really want Crystal and Sagar. They really don't. But it was good for the signal boosting, and it was good for the woke stuff, you know what I mean? And not mad at the woke. What, we were trying to be asleep? What, are you fucking stupid? You know what I mean? Sleep is the cousin of death, right? But it's not wrong to always be woke. It's not wrong to always be not woke, right? Yeah. It's just an easy label for people to say, you know, to think that they're better than it, to think that they got it right. They're fucking, you know, whatever. So let's go and talk about Kyle is inaccessible. Right? Try to find his email. You can't find it, right? I've been looking real hard. I found Crystal's. She has an account at Pelican Media because that's her company. Look it up, right? Now I'm banned from her server. Same thing for Code Pink. I only sent Crystal one email talking about the People's Party. She didn't have time for it. They actually do not like me establishing, right? You can see in my videos, right? I will establish a chain that shows me emailing them and showing them that I'm saying, what's up with this? You know what I mean? Like the Legal Aid Society. I'm a real whistleblower out here. That's what they don't want. Now you know what real whistleblowers go through. That's why I have so much love for Assange right there. There's a lot of fakes out there, pushing the name whistleblower, stuff like that. These people are actually covering up the truth. It's disgusting. So I just so you know, Code Pink, by the way, is also participating in today's march. A march that as well as Sunrise, and they're participating with Move to Amend. An aristocracy. Pretty people, you know what I mean? Money, you know what I mean? Getting together, flying themselves in, you know what I mean? Eating, right? Yeah. With money that was collected, right? Yeah. Not really caring about local issues, right? Yeah. Or not prioritizing local issues, prioritizing their issues over the local issues. You know what I mean? Ignoring, right, the corporate ties to today's event. You know, if not really bringing it up, right, yeah, or, you know, really sidelining, right, yeah, engaging in a continuing, like, you know, we saw the People's Party had many problems with racism. Once again, the first black man from MPP, right, yeah, the coordinator named Otis Buckley said that the rest of the board got rid of me because I was deemed expendable because of my race. We said that there was many complaints of racism at the MPP. Kaitlin Sopoci-Belknap was part of that. She never really helped out. She stayed on till very recently, and then she just left quietly. Despite many generations of, and I document on my channel, from Jonathan Martin to myself to Jerry Perez to the petitioners, right? Yeah, never confronted any of this garbage going on. The sexual rate, even the Zainab Daisy, she didn't even speak out then. But this is the person's organization we're supposed to trust. To working with, by the way, right? Yeah, the top brass of the Democrats who are known for disappointing people such as Right to Repair, right? Yeah, we're just taking so many environmental issues too, right? Yeah, they get to the end zone, they get to the voting chamber, and all of a sudden they either introduce a poison pill or they chop it off at the knees or some other garbage. And you know, what's more dangerous, the wolf or the wolf in sheep's clothing? Straight up. It's a fact. Another person I'm going to call out right now is Matt Ho. Matt Ho was told about the problems with the People's Party. He was told about the problems with Andrew Yang. Very deep, disgusting problems, right? Yeah. With some of them, which I have, which are coming to light now, right? They can't keep it all bottled up. But Matt Ho decided to work with the people with clout, and he decided to play the game, and poor people were hurt and betrayed. It's going to be hard for Matt Ho to find support within the black. He might find one or two black supporters. He's not really going to be able to find black people to come out to his event in any numbers. And the North Carolina People's Party will know what I'm talking about. So shout out to them, and if anybody wants to interview them, right, go ahead. Yeah, I can't wait. There was a North Carolina branch of the People's Party. Why is the press talking to them? Right, yeah? Y'all are funny, that's why. Because y'all don't care about the elected leaders. It's a straight scam. A scam that Kaitlin Belknap was part of. And I could believe that the other people in Move to Men didn't really know, because they didn't really get involved. I didn't see them around any of this nonsense. But it's time for y'all to clean house and say, Kaitlin, what's going on? We need, for our own sake as Move to Amend, we need to have an honest attestation of what went wrong there, and for her to step up and say, as a founder of Move to Amend, and as personal friends are still working there, like Jenny, who've been there for 10 years. Greg Coleridge, by the way, has actually helped to raise my voice and my profile, which means that this has a better chance of getting addressed. So thank God. Yeah? So once again, I want to give props out to Greg Coleridge. I want to thank Irene Laurie, right, yeah, for actually looking out for a boy and being, now, out of all the groups, right, yeah, progressive groups, we're still waiting to see who's the first one to ever book DJ Elf7 for a show, right? We know for a fact that Brooklyn Eviction Defense can't do it. We know that DSA can't do it, right, yeah? We know that Mayday Space can't do it. We know that the KCSNY can't do it. Yeah? We know that AFI can't do it. We know that, all these organizations cannot do it. Move to Amend was about to be the first one. Was about to be. Yeah? Whoops. I guess we just nixed that shit. Convention of States has me actually booked for an event. Yo, what's up? Dead ass. Yo, they asked me, they're taking care of me. I didn't charge them any more than I would make on a normal day out there on the street, because I need it right now. I ate some wings and people started getting mad. God damn. The reason why I'm on the streets begging is because people like Kaitlin Belknap, right, participated in a 3-year-long suppression of all my work. That's why. What is she doing today? Now that she knows Nick is messed up, right? Yeah. How is she benefiting? Did she have a relationship with Nick Brana? We know that, Zainab Day and Nick Brana were having a little affair right there. You know what I mean? It looks like it, Kaitlin. It looks like it. A lot of times these women kind of create these spaces where the men they like, often powerful men, right? Yeah, are get to be part of it, and other men are excluded. The workers. Kaitlin used to be a worker. Yeah, I could see it on you. Yeah, you had the most legitimacy out of the whole entire group of the People's Party. Right, Nick Bonner worked for a campaign, right? Yeah, that's not really an activist. You went for 20 plus years, right? You went to the Green Party, things like that, right? Yeah, you would have already been, third party. Right? You were fighting for a worthy, right? The Move to Amend is a good idea. Okay, let me tell you that right now there's other people that you see how they say this is an activist Renee Johnston? Let's look up Renee Johnston. Let's look at her work as an activist. She's from New York too, by the way. They're really trying to replace me out here, for real. Renee Johnston, okay. She's back. Okay. What has she? Black Power Media. She's been talked about many times, yeah? Progressive Hub. Never mentioned me. right? Yeah. No, she's been on more than this too. Yeah, she's also been on Revolutionary Blackout here. She's also been on Frank Analysis. She's also been on the Vanguard, right? Yeah, let me type in the Vanguard. Yeah. Look, there's more here. I can tell you right now. What? She might be under petitioners. Yeah, she also goes with petitioners. Okay, interesting. Podcast. Okay, and the petitioners would include, right, and once again, Zach and Gavin are completely covering, right, they have Renee on. They have had her on, yeah? They own... What is Renee Johnston doing as an activist? They tried replacing with Ricky before. Ricky Rants. They've been sending, right, that's why I'm poor. Because they are raising an army. And Kaitlin's was just been there for the whole time. Now I need y'all to lift me up the way that I've been fucking held down. That I'm gonna start up and make Christopher Leon Johnson. We got a show coming up, yeah? Listen, I had a pretty savage upbringing, bro. But the fact of the matter is that, my father taught me one thing. Yeah, I remember one time, I got a lot of... I would say I was sorry about shit, because I would get my ass beat, so I was sorry about a lot of things, you know what I mean? But the fact of the matter is that I was taught that being sorry doesn't mean anything. You say it, so what, yeah? Don't say it. Don't say it, yeah? Just fix it. Yeah? Don't say it. I don't want to fucking hear it, yeah? Fix it. If you're sorry, you're going to fix it. That's just what's going to happen. You're not going to say being sorry makes you feel better. That's really, right? It's for you. It's not for me. Right? Yeah, being sorry is something for you. Don't tell me you're sorry. Don't do it. If you're sorry, make it right. That's the only thing that matters. That's what I learned. And there's a lot of truth in that. I ain't taking nothing else but what is owed to me. Yeah, what was kept from me. Yeah? And you better help me get a part of that. But instead it was the same old shit. Don't pretend like this is the head of the shit, Jenny. Put yourself at the fucking front because you know you'll be making the fucking decisions out here. Yeah? Don't pretend like it's something it's not. Hiding behind the men using their power against us. Hiding behind the powerful men, this is fucking garbage. Or setting them up to be fronts and shit. Yo, they say I'm a 25-year activist in the game, yeah? And the evidence is all around. Kaitlin, you really hurting the Move to Amend's credibility right here. I meet everybody from Move to Amend, and I don't know what to think. Well, what would you think? Listen, Blexit also, right? Yeah, I document this on my channel. These aristocrats, Kaitlin knows because she's been in this game, right? I'm telling you right now. Let's take a look. If you watch this video with the Blexit New York State Assistant State Director goes rogue after disrespect by celebs and state party leaders. The celebs and the party leaders, right, and the organizational leaders, unfortunately, right, yeah, get together in an abusive relationship, in a racist relationship often, right, that excludes Asian American men like myself, right, and treats us in a fucked up way. Led by, right, the disregard and the willful ignorance of people that are not victims, that don't see it as a problem, that are getting shit paid for, that are, it's fucking ridiculous. And today y'all gonna march with, I don't dissupport the march. I get the people behind, I'm not happy about the march, right? The actual march itself is actually extremely troubling. But the people that are, you know, I know a lot of people are showing up there who have the best intentions. But this is the reason why it's big, is because a lot of money went into putting it together. A lot of heads of these organizations who get to decide what's a supported event and what's not a supported event. Right? Yeah. They're working together for a feeding frenzy on the fish that have been wrapped into one of those, you know, they call them the fish balls in the ocean, right? Yeah. The predators come in and get them all together and start feeding on their asses. That's what this is, right? Yeah. It's going to be a fight for the money, the access, and they're going to really be pushing away other people. It's disgusting. So, move to amend. And once again, it's not about your policies, it's about how you live it. Yeah? Malcolm X said we wouldn't need laws if people were good, and that's fucking a fact. Right? Yeah? What y'all really need is, right, yeah, to start holding people in your own group accountable. You can't fix overseas when you ain't fixed home yet. Yeah? If you cannot hold the people in your own group accountable for whatever reason, if y'all allowing this, if y'all ignoring local issues, then that's what we can expect in the future, that same behavior, no matter what you say. I don't look at what people say, I look at what they do. Y'all still not holding Kaitlin Belknap accountable. Y'all want to protect, right, yeah, her. You want to let me eat all the consequences of her fuck up. You want to leave again and again, right? Yeah, the Yang Gang did this to me. MPP did this to me. Move to amend is hopefully moving to amend this situation. Greg Coleridge is on the right path. Irene Laurie is on the right path. Jenny is on the fucking wrong path. I'm not perfect. Look, everybody makes mistakes, Jenny. I'm not perfect, so don't think I hate you because I don't. Yeah? But y'all need to realize that what's happened to me here is real fucked up. And the fact that y'all have all this money to come out here with your shirts and your, you know, whatever, to march in a parade, you know, with industry ties, corporate money. How you think they got so much money to get 500,000 people in one room? You think it's all clean? They don't. There's certain things, just like Kaitlin Belknap, right? Yeah. That they looking at, right? Yeah. Listen, we all know that poor men are invisible. That poor men, right, don't exist. There's no men here. The women will say, as the servers all around them are, you know, pouring their drinks and stuff, you know. You're right, ma'am. There's no men here. Well, hopefully Kaitlin Belknap responds, but we know how these people operate. There is no response. There's no honest attestation to the facts, so we'll see. Hopefully this will change. There's a small chance, right? Yeah, it seems like Alfonso and Greg might be sympathetic somehow, right? You gonna do something or what, Kaitlin? I'm a change agent, community organizer, political troublemaker, okay? Passion about building movements, about real democracy. That's hilarious. What about the People's Party? And against injustice with my community of friends and comrades. I'm not a comrade, I guess. You didn't protect me when I was booted out of the People's Party, or so many others, or my friend Larry Elger, a combat war veteran who's dead now, when he asked for a vote, right? Yeah? Oh my God, yeah. This is all documented on my channel. What about when Renee Johnson left, Kaitlin? What about when Ryan Knight left, right? Yeah, when every single member of the MVP Advisory Council, right, was contacted personally. That's why the Advisory Council doesn't exist now on the MPP website. There's no more, they used to have an advisory council. They don't have it no more. Oh my god, it's disgusting. Another white guy with the guitar. Oh my god. I cannot shit on you. And Wu-Tang said this event was whack. This is... I did forget to include this. I was going to mention this stuff for real, yeah. Look at this again. Rage Against the War Machine. The event yesterday was another white guy with a guitar. Nico House, you fucking disgust me, man. I hope that's not Nico. They took the one black guy and shoved him in the front. You know, Wu-Tang said this shit was whack, and if you look at the actual footage, it wasn't diverse like this. They jammed them in on purpose. They're being used. But really, it's about white guy with a guitar. Fuck out of here. Did they put Assange here yet? Oh my god, they still didn't? These fucking assholes. They still don't have Assange up here. Oh my god, this fucking guy. This fucking guy. Y'all so funny. I just want it one more time. It really stings to see Tulsi there again. But it's good to be reminded. She actually betrayed her own supporters in the People's Party. Because they don't care about the people. It's just a fact. Medea Benjamin. Wait, where's Medea at? Is she still there? Cynthia McKinney. Oh my god, yeah. This shit is disgusting, man. Where is Scott Ritter? Kaitlin Belknap wasn't here, right? Yeah, she let this go forward with nothing to say. Jackson Hinkle was here. This is in February of 23, right? Yeah, when did Kaitlin leave the People's Party? She did leave. They're preserving their relationships. These people are not. These people are not going to hold anyone accountable. You cannot trust these people. They are proven failures when it comes to actually holding people accountable. For real, for real. Where is her leaving? She might even still be there. She could resurrect herself in the party if it takes off again.
My name is Kaitlin Sopoci-Belknap, and I'm honored and excited to be here today in such distinguished company, which includes, of course, the thousands and thousands of you who are tuning in because you've had it with the corporate party duopoly.
Thousands of people. She knew that by this time that I had the most successful event, right? Yeah. In the People's Party regarding the July 11th, yeah, the march on the House of Representatives and Senators' homes. I had the most successful one.
I also want to give a shout out to my fellow Greens who are here. I've been a Green since I turned 18, so I want to acknowledge my sisters and brothers who have known for a long time that this shit is rigged. I'm here today in my capacity as National Director of Move to Amend. Move to Amend is a grassroots movement to pass the We the People Amendment to the Constitution to make clear that only human beings have constitutional rights, and to make clear that the ability to exercise our First Amendment free speech rights and have influence over elections should have nothing to do with how much money you have. Last year, Movement for a People's Party endorsed Move to Amend, and I hope that you'll do the same at movetoamend.org. And the Movement for a People's Party adopted the principles of...
So you got help for your stuff, right? Yeah? And I remember that. What's your name? Other people have said that being put on this platform is life-changing. Honestly, I've been famous before. I don't really necessarily want it, but I got people that I'm helping now. You fucking quit. You quit. You walked away. You couldn't handle shit. I still got people that's hurting right now. People with wrongful convictions, including the second longest man wrongfully incarcerated in New York State history. Fucking people in public housing that are direct victims of the environmental industry, as well as other industries. They're just one of them. You know, everybody lines up to victimize the poor. Don't think that just because they're environmental that they're clean and that they're not. They're not. They're not the only ones, though. There's a lot of groups holding them hostage. Y'all were playing games with Nick.
Of our amendment in the initial party platform, which is certainly more than can be said for the Republican Party, who embraced Citizens United with...
What'd you say about the platform? Hold up. What'd you say? Yo, I was lighting the boards on fire internally, right, about Assange not being on the platform, and just saying, like, you know, we need to have a vote on this.
women in the initial party platform, which is certainly more than can be said for the Republican Party, who embraced Citizens United with women in the initial party platform.
The initial platform was jacked from a Facebook group with someone named Steve. I forgot his name, but Steve. He has a show called Slow News Day.
At movetoamend.org, and the Movement for a People's Party adopted the principles of our amendment in the initial party platform, which is certainly more than can be said for the Republican Party, who embraced Citizens United with glee, and the Democratic Party, who pay lip service to ending corporate rule, but whose leadership serves at the behest of their Wall Street funders. Ending corporate rule is...
Honestly, Nick Brana has a very similar style of reading off the paper. He actually repeats his speeches a lot. It's what politicians do. I think it's what consultants tell them to do. There's probably been studies on this. Not saying that it always works for me. It makes it boring. But I understand that certain points need to get covered. So, they probably studied this. So, I look at results though.
It's foundational to making real the promise of democracy, a promise that has never fully been fulfilled in the United States, and whose blessings are less attainable with every minute that Republicans or the Democratic Party hold power. Our Constitution has been hijacked by corporations. Whenever a local community or state is able to organize its people to fight...
Sounds great. Where's the action?
The ultimate trump card, because we want to keep protecting our public and our environmental health. Corporations. The 14th Amendment, was intended to ensure equal protection for African Americans after slavery. Continue to win against...
So, why is the People's Party? Why does the People's Party have some problem with their minorities then? These people treat their labor like trash.
Hold 99% of the wealth and political power, and the rest of us are left to squat.
You are too legitimate to not know about what was going on, Kaitlin. You were the most real thing they had.
The America that we have known is a failure, and nearly everything needs to change. And we know this in our hearts. We have so much work before us, but we can do it, because we have to. Let's embrace new...
Remember, 14 states left the People's Party. And all those states, you don't think one person out of those 14 states emailed Kaitlin Belknap saying, help us with this problem that Nick Brana is doing? They turned their head the other way, as did Zainab Day. As did many, right? Yeah, Nick had his little, group right there, you know what I mean? Todd, Michelle Rodriguez, right? Yeah. Phil, right? They needed a black guy, you know what I mean? It couldn't just be him and all women and his dad, so they had Todd there too, you know what I mean? Everybody else was gotten rid of. All right, so, once again, I don't see any comments from Jenny or Greg or other people from Move to Amend, which is also something that I'm looking for. I want to know, right? So, she's right, and once again, she's doing real work. She doesn't have that many views, right? Yeah. Interesting, though. Okay, let me just check if there's anything else I wanted to say. Okay, so as in terms of what she's doing today, I don't really see her doing any activist work. It seems like she's stepped down. Let's see if her LinkedIn once again says anything present. 22, present. Oh, she's a consultant, self-employed consultant. And she's also an internship program coordinator for future-focused education. So she's like a teacher or something, yeah? She's playing with the kids. As an Asian American man, I can tell you right now, right, yeah? How has education helped the Asian American man? We've dominated academics for 50 years in this country, and we're America's cuck. We were not taught to empower ourselves, we were taught to serve the boss. So what she's going to do is she's going to teach us to serve the boss right here, working in education. You need to educate your own people. You cannot trust You cannot trust their system. Look at what happened to Asian American men. This is not what you want. Anything else? Yeah, I tried to look up. Jenny works for. She started her career with Peniscola and Mendocino affiliates. That's how she started her work with Move to Amend. It says it right there, right? What is that? Very strange. Let's go take a look again. Yeah, Jenny Move to Amend. Maybe we could find another link. Yeah, Peniscola and Mendocino affiliates. Never heard of that. Influence Watch, okay. Jenny Spanos, okay. Hopefully there's a link back to, what I want to do is find a link back to this organization Peniscola thing. Unfortunately, a lot of these Bernie-crats, right? Yeah, they have this kind of like this. They took over the stadiums and stuff, and they have this kind of like really pushy way. I was in the Tulsa camp, and we got pushed around a lot. They don't really know what that's like, but honestly, Tulsa's been disappointing. So it is what it is. Maybe Escambia for Justice would have the link to, we're looking for Peniscola, right? Yeah. Peniscola something and Associates. Peniscola and Mendocino. Let me take out the and just look for Peniscola and Mendocino. No idea what's going on here. Yeah. Oh wait, there's some tied to the West Coast. Wait a second. There's a lot of weird activity with a lot of back and forth going on the West Coast. I swear to God. Yeah, swear to God. Yo, Jackson Hinkle from there, Jimmy Dore from there. They're trying to like have their own thing that they got going on there. Yeah, interesting. So they're linking up with Florida. Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, they could be on the East Coast there too. Yeah, interesting. What is associates? Let me try the associates again. That just makes it all. I don't know. No information. Well, because on Twitter, the last time she posted was in 2021. So for 2 years, nothing has happened. She's talking about bees and shit. Okay. Remember when we were all supposed to vote for Biden? Okay. Let's go back and see if she ever announced the People's Party leaving that. Oh, so she's still friends with Greg. That's cool. What I should really be is promoted on your live stream. What's up, Kaitlin? I called out this stuff. You know what I mean? Y'all need to make right what happened. You cannot get away from this. This is like. It's not even. It really calls into question everybody else for real. All the people I work with will definitely be told and shown this before any business happens with Move to Amend. But otherwise, right? Once again, they are helping me in some ways, but. There's a long ways to go before we reach parity here with what went down. That's in 2021. Okay, that's fair. The drone strikes though. They should just be really having a deeper conversation, I believe. But once again, right? Yeah, it's pretty sad. I'm with this message. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, it's really sad how you didn't look out for your other small people, though. Yeah. Pretty sad. 2021. Oh, that was after. Okay, that was after she had already lost the run for 2020. Interesting. So, just interesting to see the timeline. 2020. Oh my God, Lee Camp. He's with them. Yeah. She joined their club. Oh shit. Then that means she might have a relation, because we know that Lee Camp and Nick Brown used to live together. I believe that was the case. So the thing is that they may all actually know each other and hang out, or have like some type of like, you know, insider relationship, which is why she doesn't really wanna, you know, expose them, or they may know things about her or have things on her. Yeah, who knows? So, you know, when people are not held accountable, then that means these behaviors can continue on. And I'm not going to tolerate it, yeah, because I know how this goes. So, you know, I do support Fighting Citizens United, but if they're not working with me, it's because they're trying to, you know, Kaitlin has to come out and do something about this shit, yeah. If these, right, once again, People's Party has been shown to be incompetent, they had their person at the highest levels of involvement. Yeah, I mean, and a lot of people were hurt by that. And if I was allowed to speak out, and if that platform was shared to achieve justice with the, you know, with the same amount of fervor with which they suppressed me over these 3 years, now they have to uplift me. You know what I mean? That's all I'm gonna accept. Don't tell me you're fucking sorry. No, and if you don't give it to me, I'm gonna take it one way or the other. You know what I mean? I'm begging on the train while y'all flying in to participate in this event. That's okay. My people are suffering right now. I'm waiting to give them a chance to address the real problems that they're having in the environmental industry. This is done at all by national organizers. If your consultants telling you that this is the right way to do business, they're wrong. Dead serious. I think consultants behind the scenes like have some kind of like intellectual theory that this is the right way to do it. I'm telling you right now, maybe somewhere else, not in New York. Maybe in LA this is right, yeah, but that fake shit, it's not gonna fly in New York. It's just not. That fake shit. I know you got some fakes working with you. Nope.